Woke up every single day being like, oh my God. Bucket showers, living off the land, understanding where my food's coming from, understanding the way of life. No, babes. America is a third world country. America is a third world country. I've been back for 3 months. And my body is so inflamed. Anytime I walk into a grocery store, I don't even know what to pick because I know it's all toxic. Any interaction I have, I'm like, oh my God, you just want something from me. The American men don't even get me started. The only thing that's beneficial about America is the opportunities here. You have more opportunities here, but you have to give your soul for those opportunities. You don't experience life or balance, no. You have to give your soul to even experience a taste of those opportunities. So if you are scared to travel the world and see other places, I promise you, you're going to be way safer somewhere else than in America. If you're an American, you're good. Your nervous system is prepped for other places in the world.
White people traveling to third world countries really make me fucking laugh. Because every time, this is a very common sentence they say, okay? Oh my God, they're poor. And they're so happy. They're so happy and they don't have anything. And I guess that's just all they know, right? That's why they're happy. Oh my God, wow, that's so beautiful. Bitch, they got more than you. Okay, yeah, they own the fucking property. They own the car. They own a fucking farm. What do you got? A house? No, shit's mortgaged. A car? No, shit is financed to lease. Fucking credit card debt? They don't fucking credit cards there. Everything they paid was fucking cash, hard-earned money. Talking about, that's all they know. No, they know about your life. You know, they know about the Western life, about how we don't fucking own anything here. That's why they're fucking happy.
This African is very intelligent. Just listen to what she's saying and tell me if she's right or wrong.
Since I moved to Sweden, I've been hearing Africa poor, Africa poor, Africa poor. How is it that a nation that lives under credit is calling Africa poor? Don't bash me, I'm gonna give you an example, okay? In Uganda, if you see someone walking around with the iPhone 12, they paid cash for it. If you see someone having a house, they built it cash. If you see someone driving a car, it's cash. Because in the world where I come from, if you don't have the money, then you can't buy. We don't have credit. Take example, Sweden. I can go to a shop, get an iPhone 12, credit. House, credit. Car, credit. Everything is credit. Even underwear, you can get it on credit. So technically, if you lose your job, you lose everything and you can go to the streets, okay? In Uganda, if you lose your job, you get to keep everything. You'll just worry, where am I gonna get money for school fees? Then it came to me like, how the hell the people who live in credit call people who pay cash poor?
West Africa builds better houses than America and much of the Western world. I've built new homes in America and West Africa, and I can tell you, when you see the construction of new homes in West Africa, you're gonna have a hard time settling for the junk they try to sell you in the United States. The biggest reason for this is, where does your money go when you purchase a new home? In America, most of the money that you pay for that new home is going into the land and into the permits necessary to build your house. Whereas in West Africa, most of the money that you're putting into the new home actually goes into the home itself. So you can have better building materials and a higher building standard than you can in America. In fact, let me compare two. This is the kind of build quality that you'll have in America if you're buying new home construction. It's basically as cheap as they possibly can make it to maximize their profits. Whereas check out West Africa. The walls are concrete. They're not cheap wood and drywall. The floors are marble. They're not this cheap artificial wood that they've been using in all the new homes that they call luxury in America. And the location of the houses makes a lot more sense in West Africa. In America, when you're buying new home construction, even luxury home construction, you're generally put off into this land of suburbia where you're 15 minutes away from the nearest store. Whereas in West Africa, you can purchase a home that's conveniently located to the metropolitan areas, which makes life a lot better on a day-to-day basis. And let's talk about privacy. In West Africa, you can build a privacy wall around your entire property. So people can't just walk up to your front door, or they can't just look in and see what you're doing. In West Africa, you get that safety, security, and convenience. Whereas in America, they only allow you to generally do these cheap vinyl fences. And if you're lucky, they can be 6 feet tall and they can only be in your backyard. So everybody can just walk up to your front yard when you buy a new home construction in America. And in West Africa, new home construction isn't as restricted as it is in America. So if you want to build a 1-level house, you can do it. If you want to build a 6th bedroom instead of having a 5-bedroom, we can make that happen for you. And if you want a guest house, that's absolutely no problem. As long as you got enough space on your property, we can build that for you too. Instead of having to do it in America where you have to get permits for every little change that you make to the property. And as a result, the houses don't all look the same. Have you ever gone through a suburb in America and the only difference between any of the houses is what kind of vinyl they put on the front of the property? They call it a facade. Sometimes when I'm in a house in America, even a luxury new home construction, and I'm in one of the bedrooms, I have trouble telling the difference between the multi-million-dollar house and the much less expensive house for first-time home buyers. They use the same materials and they feel exactly the same on the inside. Whereas when you get new home construction in West Africa, the walls can be ornate. You can have really high quality doors. Everything's just going to feel a lot more bespoke. And another little thing that I like about West African construction versus construction in the United States is the climate control. So in West Africa, every room can have its own individual climate control and can go to the temperature that's necessary for that room or that person's preference. Whereas in America, at most you're getting 1 or 2 zones of HVAC, meaning that everybody has to agree on what temperature is best for them. So if you're looking to build your dream home and you don't absolutely have to be in the Western world, I would really consider looking at new home construction in West Africa. I think you can get a lot more house for your money, but even for getting value play, I think that they build the houses much better at a higher quality, and they're just nicer places to live in than what you'll experience in the Western world where everything is basically cookie cutter. But I want to know what you guys think. Have any of you guys had a chance to live in West African houses and Western world houses? Let me know what your thoughts were comparing the two. And as always, if this video provided value to you, give me a like and a follow. That really helps out my channel. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Or maybe I'll see you at one of our projects in West Africa. We'd love to sell you a house. Take care.
It gets cold in Africa?
It does, definitely, especially at night.
What?
You didn't know that? So it's gonna be cold today.
Well,
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be windy and chilly, you know, like towards New Year's time. So you gotta wear you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
yeah, I'm from Ohio, so I'm used to the cold.
I'm going to say it. Speed's Africa streams are hitting way different than anywhere else he's streamed. Like, am I the only one noticing this? Because all I'm seeing is love, pure, good vibes. People laughing with him, doing his catchphrases, barking with him, running races with him, not screaming wild stuff, not trying to embarrass him, not turning it chaotic. He's actually able to enjoy himself. He's moving freely, meeting people, having real moments. He even met the president of Angola, which is insane when you think about it. These streams feel calm, fun, and respectful in a way we don't usually see. And it really makes you wonder why the energy is so different here compared to other places, especially compared to some of his Europe streams, where things can get disrespectful real fast. I'm not making a big statement, I'm just observing. The difference is obvious. The vibes are better, the interactions are better, and Speed genuinely looks happier. So yeah, I'm noticing. Are y'all noticing too?
Speed's Africa streams are so much better than any of his streams anywhere else, especially Europe. And I just gotta say, I'm noticing. Are you noticing? Because I'm noticing. Nothing but love, just good times, whole bunch of moments, nobody screaming no crazy names at him, just people doing his catchphrases and barking with him. He able to do some races. He just met the president of Angola. I think he going to Kenya next, and I'm sure it's going to be nothing but good vibes. But I want y'all to know something. This is all happening in a bunch of different parts of Africa. Why is everyone treating Speed so much nicer, so much more, dare I say it, civilized than everywhere else, especially Eastern Europe? Could it be because people have been lying for a really long time about Africa? Perhaps a lot of the people who've been speaking about Africa don't know anything about the place. I'm just saying, I'm noticing.
And I'd be lying if I said as a black woman, it don't piss me off to see other blacks in this country or Caribbean countries or other countries, wherever there's black people not speaking up for Africans. Africans are our brothers and sisters. And believe it or not, if we lost it all today, we could go to Africa and start over. Well, used to before all this shit happened. Africa welcomed us to start life there, even if you don't claim African lineage, because some of y'all get so uptight about that. Anyway, being African is not a diss. Africans deserve more support from us than what they are getting. We don't expect anybody that's not black to support them, but damn, I mean, skin folk, you should be behaving like kin folk. Africans have spoken up for us. But every time something happened in Africa, you follow suit behind everybody else. You ignore Africa. You need to be ashamed of your damn self, honestly.
You want to see the expression on my face when I saw so many people surprised that Africa wasn't a fucking slum and filled of tribes and tribulations? You want to see my expression? Here's my expression. Got it? Okay, cool. I wasn't surprised at all because I know what Africa is truly like. But of course, all the races who never once considered to do their own research was actually surprised that Africa has luxury. They have apartments, they have houses, they have skyscrapers and buildings and shit. What's this? What the hell you mean Africans aren't living in huts and hunting their food with sticks and stones? Bro, no way! Africans actually have drinking water? That's strange. I see oddly a lot of African women that are attractive. I thought they all look like monkeys. Wait. You're telling me there's actually places in Africa that are safe? Are you sure this isn't propaganda or something? But now, ladies and gentlemen, we clearly see the difference on how Europe and Africa treat Speed. Europe was incredibly fucking racist, calling him slurs, calling him a monkey, calling him all type of exotic racist names. And here we are in Africa, which we starting off in Mongolia, by the way. But people treated him with such kindness and respect. He even met the president of Angola. He is welcomed, he is cherished, he is appreciated, and he got many gifts in the process. Can only imagine how it's going to be when he travels the rest of Africa. Obviously, there are some places that are not safe, but for the most part, Speed is going to have an amazing time, and I have no doubt that my brothers and sisters all the way in Africa are going to treat him with the utmost sincerity. Honestly, it is about time that the rest of the world will finally see what Africa is truly like, and that honestly puts a smile on my face, and it makes me even happier that Speed is doing it with the platform he has. This is Onyx, and I'm gone.
So I'm watching Speed tour the African continent. In the comment sections of these clips, oh my fucking god, people still believe in the damn near 2026 that Africans live in huts, that African countries are just underdeveloped as fuck with no water and all this other stereotypical bullshit. Two things. First of all, it shouldn't even matter how they live, because if they live a certain way and they're okay with living that certain way, who are you to judge them in any way? Two, it's very obvious that comedy, or more so crude jokes, are the engine of propaganda in this country. Especially if these jokes are based in anti-blackness, it's fucking over. And actually, no, I'm not done. Three, this country actively brings war to the global south. That includes the African continent and West Asia. So if there's any dilapidated environment or any sort of economic-based oppression in any of these African countries, it's most likely because of this country right here, and it's stealing and warmongering in the global south.
I can't even hold you. Them colonizers, they did a big one. They did a good job of bamboozling everybody into thinking that, like, they made the West or America look, they only show the best of America and they only show the worst of Africa, when it's really the other way around. So Africans are trying to get to America, and we trying to get, and now that other people are actually showing what's going on, we try to get over here. And then when we get over here, it's like, oh, that's why you wanted, you didn't want us over here, because this is y'all's playground. They got all these, there's a whole equestrian area to where, like, people have just all this land, and they have their horses, and they have race car track things. They out here living their best lives. And that's the main reason why every time I come back home from vacation, I be mad, I be irritated, I be stressed out, because it's just like, I was happy until I saw that I could be happier. I could actually be living life better with the country, in a country that's not, like, trying to kill me, with the food and with the air, with the pollution, with the water, literally everything around us, the plastics, everything is here to kill us. And here it's like, oh no, we don't do that. We don't do that here. Like, we actually care about our people. And of course, there's corruption on every level. The difference between us and Africa, America, the corporation, what's the word? the corruption's at the top and it trickles down. Here, the corruption's on each level, and the corruption looks like us as black people doing corruption against other black people. And so like it really pits the black people together against each other instead of focus on the people who kind of set the system up. It's tiring, but long story short, I gotta catch some. I need to make some more money so I get back over here. And let's not get into the schools. When I say these kids, everybody here know 4, 5, 6 languages, and they be learning languages for fun. And just hearing how there's one person who's in, I think it's her first year high school, and she has 11 subjects, and like they train up the child to where like the parent are hands off. They teach the child how to manage their own time and how to like be adults. Versus that's why like when international students come over to America, they like grown adults already. Like they better than actual American adults. And everybody praises the American education system, but we are dummies. We're stupid compared to these people. So I'm like, I gotta get my daughter over here. She got to be over here, bro. I'm like, she's 4, she's already behind. It's just like this, it's like they're living a life. And it doesn't even sound right when I say it, but it's like I'm seeing it. We need to be over here. Especially as black Americans. When I tell you, it's like, no matter how much money, no matter how much money you make in America, somebody's still gonna look at you like, oh, you're not supposed to be here. How can you afford this? Like, that doesn't happen here, because in every nice place, it's us. It's them too, but it's us. And it's just like you really blend in, and it's just like the only time you stop blending in is when you open your mouth. And then when you open your mouth, it's like, oh, you're from America? Tell me more. And they want to have conversations with you. And when I tell you, these people are friendly. At first, I was kind of like put out. I was like it threw me off a little bit. But everybody's so friendly. Everybody. So, and they genuinely want to know more about you. And of course, you got bad apples everywhere, but the people here are so just, I don't want to say genuine because you don't know that, but it's just like they have such a friendly disposition. And it's just, oh, we gotta get out of America. That's what it is. That's the premise of the story. And I can't even hold you. Them colonizers, they did a big one. They did a good job of bamboozling everybody into thinking that like they made the West or America